Hello, and welcome to our very first look at the Children of Nor DLC for Spellforce Conquest of EO. They just shadow dropped this DLC yesterday. I cannot wait to dive into it. We've added in a brand new crafting class called astromancy. There is new moon phases that exist on the map. There is a new bad guy and a new faction that goes along with them, which is Dark Elves. We're going to see what it's all about as we get in this morning. We're going to play on an Origins map, I think, on the random worlds. We haven't really done a lot with Origins in the past, and I've done the circle a bajillion times. Well, I'm gonna play on a totally random world because that's super fun. And the new astromancy. The primary schools here are dream weaving and enchantment. Does kind of feel like a good idea. You prefer slowly building up your power and figuring out constellation puzzles without fear of losing progress. A siphoner of celestial power, gaze upon the night sky and chart the constellations with your gemstones to harness their energy and unlock the universe's hidden potential. You know what? I think I'm just going to take like the primary. I'm going to take these schools. For our origin, we can go for archaeologists, beast tamers, exiled and hunted, the invaders of Gillyshire, the defenders of the mountain. They have added in some new stuff for artificers as well. Or the King's Mage. Troll-infested region of Norgate. Now we stand on the brink of uncovering one of their best-kept secrets. Who do we want to throw on here? I always love the Orcs. And Gillyshire is like kind of a fun spot. Or I could just go for like... you know what? I think let's go for Orcs. Orcs and Gillyshire. We're gonna play with the new antagonist, Zathar the Snake. A cunning and ruthless dark elf, a master of espionage and deception known as the Snake. He operates from the shadows, skilled in deadly poisons, follows his goals with deadly patience. Don't mistake his soft-spoken words for kindness. Zathar strikes when least expected, his fangs revealed only when it's too late. Orcs is best. Orcs is the best. It's hard not to take the Orcs, you know? We'll play on impossible difficulty because it's the way we gotta go. Though we will also do some other stuff here. I'm gonna throw off demonology and... You know what, man? If we're playing as Orcs, I don't think I've ever played with Galtrak the Gutter. And he's an Orc that leaves a trail of blood and destruction in his wake, as well as a bunch of magical abilities. Let's have him as our hero. I feel like I've played with most of the other people a whole bunch, and Galtrak I don't think I've ever actually taken. We could turn on second crafting profession. It still costs a bunch of money. But nah, I wanna focus on the new stuff. So why don't we just dive right in? Spellforce, a game I want to play more of. I mean, now's the time. Now is the time. Enchantment is good at. I think it's about buffing people and a bit of mind control, I want to say. Little surprise Spellforce. So the idea for this is, well, I mean, it is the origin story, so things are going to be a little bit different. It's going to be basically just us against the other circle mages, instead of the more classic go through the whole plot line and find the Allfire. This mode, you start with everything unlocked. Many years ago, you visited the Howling Steppes, a barren, untamed wilderness. It was there that your talent for magic first caught the attention of Yarbeg Ironstorm, an ambitious orc chieftain. Together, you forged a bond of might and arcane power, your spells cementing his alliance and uniting the warring tribes. It was through your efforts that Yarbeg was able to secure a precious prize, a wyvern egg. He nurtured the hatchling with care, feeding it blood, honey, and lizards until it grew strong enough to hunt by his side. Now he commands Ashfang as easily as the others command their wargs, the beasts of fury and flame becoming the symbol of his unyielding rule. When his armies marched on Gillyshire and the High Mark, you and your tower stood at the forefront of the invasion. You felt proud to follow such a capable and mighty leader until recently, that is. Only hours ago, he did something bone-chilling. He razed the city to the ground, devastating the surrounding land and destroying anyone who stood in his way, including his own people. For the first time, you see fear in the tribe's eyes as he leads them like sheep before the slaughter. Yarbag's hunger of power has spiraled out of control. I must stop him for the sake of the clan. Now is the time to seize that power for myself. Ah, man, let's go stop him for the sake of the clan. You and a few chosen ones decide to leave the clan and forge a path for yourself. One goal remains, to slay Yarbag and claim his title. I mean, that's like the orcish way, you know? Anyone should be able to challenge the chieftain. So let's get started. We start with a tier 5 mortal human spellcaster lycanthrope. That's new. We got icicle cannon. This unit gains were form during a full moon, giving it 6 missile damage. It's just a bit behind me. 6 melee damage, minus 6 missile damage, but increased physical resistance and increased health. And he counts as a beast. He is a combat mage, so he is good at getting up and close and personal. A gifted pupil. All right, cool. So we kind of have like a sword and staff werebeast mage. So very like Gandalf-like. That's kind of fun. This is a new unit, the astromancy assistant. Is this wizard naked? Is this a naked wizard in a balloon? Just wearing a hat? He's got scorching range. Stargaze. Gaze into the stars, trying to catch a glimpse at a constellation. If there is none, you instead get the distance to the nearest valid location where a constellation is found. Moonbound weapons. During a full moon, they do death damage, and a new moon, they do holy damage. Oh, cool. And then we have 2 sets of slavers and a set of drummers. All right, okay. On the map, Gillyshire is down in the bottom right. Pseudo right. I think the origin map is maybe a little bit smaller than normal. It's been a while since we've last played, so... Doc, hello, good morning. Well, why don't we stargaze with this guy? I feel like. A unit in this stack can stargaze in order to collect constellations. Multiple constellations are hidden throughout EO, each observable only from one specific point on the map. Stargazing can be attempted from any point on the map and may require return. If the constellation is visible from that point, it will be added to your collection. If not, a hint will be provided. Oh, cool. Well, everybody else can leave, I guess. And we have down here some Ravagers and some Warg Riders. Oh, this is quite a little army. We've got a Goblin Camp, a mine, a handful of rubble, 2 workers. So there's lots of stuff we can dig up. You know what? Why don't we just have these guys harvest in peace over here? We got Warg Riders and Goblin Shamans. I feel like if we're going Orcs, we should just focus on Wargs and Orcs. Wizards never underdress, nor are they overdressed. They're dressed precisely how they mean to be. In this case, naked in a hot air balloon. For our research, the enchantment page gives us awareness, allows for faster surveying. Dream unveils secrets hidden in the mists of night. We've got Levitate Towers, we've got the troop quarters, and the astromancy page, the study of celestial bodies and their influence on the spheres below. Gaze at the stars, harness their power by creating enchanted jewels and arranging them into matching constellations. In doing so, invoke celestial boons that turn the tides of fate in their favor. Craft 3 jewels and fill 1 constellation. All right, well, let's research Dream. And let's look at the constellation page. This codex keeps track of the constellations you'll find. Here you can place jewels in them to unlock powerful bonuses. Several slots in the constellation requiring different qualities of jewels to match. The slots are connected by star lines, usually dedicated to a specific essence, and provide increasing bonuses the more of the essence you feed it. Every essence point of a jewel placed in either slot of that connection counts towards that progress. There are overarching unlocks for the whole constellation in the bottom left corner. To apply the jewels, press the fuse button. Alternatively, you can revert your changes. Once fueled, they cannot be retrieved and can only be replaced. Explore the world with your assistance to find more constellations. So this is the scribe. If I have 2 green, I receive 3 common ingredients per week, 6 blue. Depletable locations with your domain last 2 days longer. Uncut jewels. All units get 3 magical daily regen. 1 free mana upkeep per death essence. All units gain a level up option per life essence. Per elemental essence, up to 1 free gold upkeep. New units start with extra experience. Extra trinket slot. This looks crazy, dudes. And gem cutting. This is your gem cutting atelier. Here you can cut and polish jewels of various rarities to use in your constellations. Astromancy has a dedicated slot for stardust. Using such an item is optional, but can greatly enhance the created jewel. Infuse crafted jewels with additional orange. Well, we might as well go double orange to start us off then if we have all this. Nice juicy bits. Though I am a little curious here. We also have uncut emeralds. Oh, cool. So this just like adds on top of what it already does. You'd make a blue. You'd make jade. You'd make tourmaline. Tourmaline? Citrine. Let's do this. Let's do a double uncut amber. Get us crafting right away. Comfy chair, the additional work table, giving us extra crafting slots. It's not a bad idea. Astromancy crafting duration -2. Unlocks 4 astromancy ingredients. Okay, so this one, we basically need the 2 of those. Troop quarters and a workshop. Goblins, high muckamucks. +1 crafting slots. I have enough money to make 1 of these 2. I don't really need goblins, but I guess an extra crafting slot would be kind of useful. So let's go for the workshop. Then we have our mage tower. And if I wanted to split a slaver off here, I probably could. And leave us with a decent army. Already getting some easy heroic victories here and some extra stash. So, where do we actually need to kind of go? There are 2 Allfire Nords over here in Uram Gore. Is Uram Gore where all the demons are? I think it is. Clearly, I need to go to Odale and Ashes, so maybe I actually just like loop you guys back this way, pick up this stuff. Yeah, there's all this good mana. There's booty to be had in these there hills. And then we don't really have anything to well, you know what? Why don't we get a wisp going? Might as well cast something. Hope this DLC is going to be better than the last. I never liked the cult mechanic. I didn't finish a single game. Oh man, I really like the cults. I found them very fun. But certainly to each their own. This is adding in different stuff. It does have more crafting, so. Bugs. These are nature elementals. This is a not fun fight. Eight turns of stargazing. The distance to the valid location where a constellation is found. Oh, no, it's not 8 turns of stargazing. It's saying there is a constellation 8 away from here. But it doesn't tell you, like, where. Oh, that's cool. Dude, there are so many bees. I hate to say it, but they bees in the trap. Let's get all this loot. Backstab. We might as well put that on you. And look, perfect. A little mini Allfire node. I'm going to take these easy victories while we can get them. Yes, level ups. These are Ravagers, immune to being poisoned. I want to say let's just grab them some health, since they're always going to be diving out there. Little regen on those guys. Pack Tactics is fun. And the Drummer will also give you regen. You guys can move 2 more. So I'd love to have you in my domain so you heal just like a little bit extra. So I'm trying to remember if that is actually a thing. Ritual Dagger. Chance to catch souls of defeated enemies. I mean, we should be able to craft with souls, so why not? And this is a small Allfire node, but that's perfect. 282. Yeah, man, we could take that. We can take that for show. That's good stuff. Catching up the tutorial in the VOD. See you later, Paramo. Take it easy, my dude. Elves were the only race in the game that lacked units and any spice, so I'm happy this DLC has it. I think all the Spellforce races are covered now. Orcs, trolls, humans, dwarves, and demons. Yeah, I think so. You know, we also have beasts. Humans have a couple different variations as well, because there's the new purity stuff. But elves were certainly a little lackluster. Now, they are dark elves, and there is like a special dark elf city that I think flies around the map. I'm guessing based on the just like the DLC I saw, not the DLC, the video for the DLC. You're gonna retreat. I had a feeling they were gonna chase me. You're gonna chase me twice, which is quite bad because I think you kill me. Great. Great. We've already lost our guy. They ain't messing around here. Yeah, I'd like to get a bit of proficiency going so our mastery level can at least go up. Are there gobos? There absolutely are gobos, and gobos are really good. They've gotten a bunch of good improvements in recent years. Guardian spirits with greater meld and magic wisps. I'm a little bit worried of becoming like 2 damaged while these guys are going around messing everything up on me, but you're gonna let me keep taking this. I'm gonna keep taking it. You got your first level up. He is like a melee mage, so I don't know if I want him to have elemental damage. What kind of caster is he? A lycanthrope, I guess? Question mark? All right, man, I'll take elemental damage because maybe I can get you an elemental weapon later. Give you a little willpower. Give you some armor. Quick reflexes is great on you. Attacks cost less willpower or find more loot. I'm going to give you find more loot since you're a support unit. And then what I want to do is find a spot for you guys to like heal up. I actually think I'm going to pull these guys back, let them heal. Come up here, let you meld. And you're just going to sit on the tower and nap for now. Or actually, you know what? Why don't we have this guy explore? We can at least take a look around. I'm curious, like, is there any way for me to get one of these astromancy guys back? I'd probably try crafting 3 jewels. Oh, and they are going to chase me, like, right off the point. Okay. Gotta remember, we're playing on, like, the hard difficulty, and the computer is hyper aggro. Craft my first gem. Ba, 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 ba. Any jewel, any uncut jewel. You're an uncut jewel. Oh, so I guess really I want this to be orange and blue. I want this to be blue and death. This to be death and life, which is impossible. And this one should be orange and green. Definitely 2 green here, so I could receive these common ingredients would be really smart. What if you uncut diamond? That's pretty good. But I don't think we need that yet. Why don't we go for the uncut citrine here instead? And then, yeah, we generate 100%, 50%. I'm gonna move you guys in here. I'm gonna move you guys up here. Give them a moment to breathe. You're merging with Allfire. Nice, nice. Which also gives us a permanent +2 mana here on that ritual altar. Lots of good booty in here, including heat stones. And these guys get ourselves a level up. +2 research a day on workers is fantastic. We've learned how to dream. Psychic Asylum. Harness the power to study and gather, turning sleep into a realm of productivity. I kind of feel like awareness would be really good because I think it allows these guys to loot faster. And then I'm going to move up here so we can work towards Odale and Ashes. You guys have some wargs coming. Anything else feels good. Shai Khan could be added to have some dragon things. Yeah, absolutely. They could. Yeah. What's the difference between meld and greater meld? Greater meld gives you better returns. So I think it adds like an extra couple of points of Allfire. Where do your accomplishments have reached the circle? So we got a workshop up and running. Rune crafting duration and cost modifier. I mean, this early on would be worth quite a lot. And not that hard to get. Like, technically, one more pumpkin would get me that. This feels like the most important to me right now. One more eyeball, I would be able to get that. Okay, so we have a orange and green. Which I was going to put here. I'm actually realizing a diamond. I should have made a diamond for here. Is that too late? Orange and blue. Don't quite have enough for the death guys yet. All right, well, maybe let's work on a room then. Picking up something low ranking here could be really valuable just to get things up and running early. Definitely that construction table is what I'm feeling for you. I want these, but they're going to take a while to get. So why don't we pick up either research or a crafting slot here? Yeah, I think let's just grab an additional crafting slot. And then make some more warg riders to back these dudes up. You guys get a level up. Give you speed. Too fast, too furious. Nice. Now we get some free javelin throwers. I don't know why I'm forgetting how to move these guys properly, but whatever. As well as a little bit of booty. We can take over this grain silo. 221. Choo, 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 choo. You are a landmark. Worth quite a bit of mastery. There's an alchemist shop here too. What I'm worried about is getting like double teamed by a bunch of these guys. So I think let's just try to take out a pack of them. Especially if I can just do it heroically, man. I'm going to do it. We got some bees in the trap. What was once a bustling city of traders and merchants is now a desolate wasteland. Houses have been burned to the ground, the earth torn up by claws, and the occasional splash of blood decorates the last remnants. You don't have to investigate further to know what, or rather, who happened upon this place. This was none other than the Orc chieftain's pet wyvern, Ashfang. Just as you're about to leave, you notice a sticky substance smeared onto a crumbled wall. What is blood honey doing here? But then you remember the chieftain used blood honey to tame and reward him since he was small. Maybe I can use this to my advantage. All right, all right. Diamond probably would be best for the one with life and death. The uncut bottom left. Oh, yeah. Actually, that's not a bad idea. That is a way to get life and death. Good thinking, VM. You're some smart. You got some brain on you, I tell you. This would give us a permanent landmark. And an alchemist shop. That grain silo won't last forever. But setting up a lodge anywhere here, I think, would make some sense. I guess if I put it here and this lodge grows, I mean, if I put it there and I get it to grow, it would get that stable and that grain silo. Maybe we can get a couple level ups on him first. I got this guy stuck in run animation right now. Okay. Something has... Oh, no, there you are. Javelin thrower. Great. Okay, so we have a little army here. It's not huge. But we can let them heal up for a turn. We have an uncut citrine. So we'll put that there. Giving us a little bit extra. I need 6 blue for this. Oh, I haven't turned on any of this yet, have I? There you go, fuse. So I'm currently getting 3 free gold upkeep and then 1 level up option per day. And I say I'll probably do like really heavy blue down here, really heavy blue up here, obviously. Uncut sapphires. What can I make? What maketh thou? The thing is I can also just like put in some temporary trash. You know what? Let's do that. Good to at least have us some stuff. Black ash up here. Oh, that actually reminds me. We probably have room to build a troop quarters. I forgot that this does not take a crafting slot. Yeah, this would be like the prime spot. And then just take the lodge upgrade. Because we'd get it fairly quickly. You normally get it at level 3. Or you have a chance of getting it at level 3. And we just got the thing that gives us +1 level up option. So it's a pretty good chance. I have no idea what any of this is. What are we doing? So the constellation stuff is all new. Basically, you make gems and you stick them into constellations. And then you have a little guy, ours died, that goes around the map and looks for other constellations. We'll get him back soon, I promise. Why don't we dream? A random place, a seat of power. Ooh, let's find the nearest arcane academy. That is not near. Dream just gives us a random location of your choosing. Oh, wow. That is, okay, not the most useful for us. Week of the Guardians. Whenever a new week dawns, it brings changes to the world. All units have +1 world map movement, and there is a waxing moon. All units gain a gathering boost. Well, that's handy dandy. A woman in simple village garb waits at the foot of your stairs. I shan't intrude on your sanctum. The old master arcanist said if we had any troubles, we should come to him. But I see that old master isn't... You're not the old master. What seems to be the problem? It's just our village is over yonder. We had people scared by night walkers this last fortnight. They attacked the field workers and returned home, walked right past our windows. Usually we would call on the militia, but they rarely come. We fear the night walkers might snatch our children and don't dare go out in the fields. How many undead? There's a whole lot of them roaming the land. They must have come from that old tomb. A tomb of night walkers. And the village of night walkers. This is a great location. 2 mana, 2 research. One of the worst locations we could have gotten from that dream. Yeah, it was that was a pretty bad one. 200, 200. You guys are still healing on that intern. I'm going to let you wait one more turn. You've got to build that up. So there's not a ton I can do here. Why don't we split the... I don't really need the mana right now. There's nothing for me to cast, so... Nice. Mastery level goes up. The tower gets bigger. We are now a master mage. And we get a bunch more rubble. Perfect. Magical Institute of the Elements. So if we take this secondary army and we walk down here, which is, I'm actually just going to march them all the way at full speed, we can pick up a leader for that army. Tower upgrade. Work table built. No. Do I have enough for you? So close. I need 1 pumpkin. You probably need a little bit more in this front. Close. If I had a 2 green, 1 blue, I could get that minion, which would be great. All right, well, that just means we got to craft more gems. Now, the thing is, I'm assuming if I have crafted gems, I can probably mix them together. Like, I assume if I have something like 3 uncut amber, I could probably make a cut amber. I don't know this for certain, but there's one way to find out real easy. And it's make a bunch of emeralds and then fuse them together. Y'all are healed. Let's take out these random armies. Good experience for us. Easy wins as well. And then we can heal up at the lodge. Commander, cleanse ally, retreat, and meditate. I did not get what I wanted. Damn it. Oh man, Commander though is pretty good for him. Both melee damage and speed are good for you, but we'll take melee damage for now. I should not have gotten speed on slavers. That was a mistake. This unit does not violate domain borders. +1 vision range. Yeah, we'll give you that. And I'll give these guys death resistance as we build them up. Remember that I didn't really like to have to move my tower in this game? Oh, that's like the whole point, though. Shifting the tower around is the key. It's what like makes this game so unique, the fact that you can lift off the tower and go zooming around the map. 45 to cast. I am gonna have to move this actually really soon, so 12 turns? Oh, because I'm gonna be out of mana. Hamlet, Orc Warband. That would be nice, so we could get some Orc Raiders. All right. The game look a little blurry, like 720p. You know, I do sometimes find that. All right, let's try fighting this. Used to watching at 360p, so I don't notice anything. There is some stuff about this game that sometimes just looks blurry. I don't know if it's because I'm playing in 1440. All right, so when broken or routed, they enslave. You have slavers, and javi throwers. So these guys are real, and these guys are real. These guys are not so much. They have blinding powder, which is kind of nice. Let's see if I can remember how the combat all works in this. Clearly not if I'm getting beaten up already. That'll kill you with a retaliate. So, I mean, that would give you like a flank, but would also cause you to probably get flanked. You only have one use of this. Honestly, I think I should probably put the slavers here. I'm gonna have to do war riders against these javelin throwers. And then I think I'm gonna just have these guys come here and yeet at them. It's not an ideal situation, but so these hornets will get killed unless I do that. And unfortunately, this is pretty even Stevens. Oh, my hornets. Now, how want do? Definitely let's blind them. I could probably kill these guys. And then have you come up on them. You become disordered. Are these slavers? They are. Blinded and bleeding, though. You've got to move anyway, so we might as well move and take a flank attack. That would then turn them, which lets these guys get a flank attack, I guess, with their bolas, which they're immune to. All right. Hey man, it's better than the auto resolve, KB, so I'm gonna take it. We'll take what we can there. Stellaris playthrough got bricked by a bug. Playing rogue circuitors, conquered your neighbor, but the conquered pops won't become bio trophies. Can't do any job at all, but they all just sit there and take up housing and cost upkeep. I can't purge them because rogue servitors can't purge. They still grow, sometimes get resettled. It's like a cancer that's spreading slowly through your empire. Oh, dude, that sucks. That sucks. It does seem like this Stellaris is kind of buggy right now. I'm not overly surprised because of how many changes they put in the 4.0, but it is a bit disappointing. I really want to do another playthrough after the last one got so bricked. Well, you guys were enslaved anyway, so I didn't really lose anyone who's real in that fight. Which at least that's good for us. Motivate refills the action of an enslaved unit. I mean, that seems valuable. You got 2 levels out of that? Nice. Okay, let's take healing. Let's also give you guys healing 1. And then... ah, man, I have to take pack tactics. I think let's just go damage, though. The magic that lives within every being of EO is channeled into the minds here. We have Neoxar, an undead spellcaster with Fireball, or Varrock Flamecaller, who is an elementalist combat mage and an orc. I mean, I think this is pretty no-brainer for us right now. Obviously, we have to take the orc. And I would then like to flee back to my territory. Oh, +3 vision range is what this gives us. All of your units' awareness. We've also picked up Word of Recall. And now we can hire astromancy assistants. Great. Fill a constellation, collect 3 constellations. You're very expensive at 100. You're very expensive at 200. Why don't we just research aid? Because I'll get it in like a single turn. You're going to go in here. That needs to be I guess a cut jewel. And I don't suppose I have enough for that diamond, do I? No, not yet. Blue, orange. Okay. A study would provide us research per day. You know what? If I canceled the tower spell, I could actually afford to build that. In a turn. I think that's the right choice. I think that's going to be the right choice. You don't have enough for that. And I don't think you have enough for this either. All right, well, let's just keep fusing gems together then, if that's the case. Interesting. Even though this is 2 green, it doesn't actually change what it is. So I'm not sure that you can have like a pure stone. Didn't realize Spellforce released a new DLC. They literally just shadow dropped it yesterday. It came as a surprise to many of us. Make some amber in the meantime. I'd love to get this down to a single turn. You're up next, astromancy. All of this other stuff is good. You know what? There's lots of booty up here and lots of treasure chests. So why don't we just try to claim as much of this as we can? Ooh, that's some damage. A bandit's hood. This unit does not violate domain borders. It can only be detected by adjacent stacks. Roar, battle cry, or unstoppable. Immune to stunned and staggered. Applies +2 melee damage to everything around it, or -3 willpower to enemy units in 2 radius around the user. You know what? On a Ravager, I'm actually going to take Roar. Because if I have Enslavers in here, I feel like that works really well. Brutal would also work really well on a set of Slavers. Charge on Warg Riders is excellent. And the drummers. I mean, healer is exceptional. Yeah, let's take healer. This guy's my support guy. Now, also, we just heal. This whole stack heals constantly. Can bring those guys back to our other homies. And, I'd really like to heal these guys. What is that? A shrine? I guess let's just wait here for a turn. You fellas can come out here, start digging. And then that's that turn. New items in the alchemy shop as well. Oh, yeah, because it's like a new week. Yeah. I guess, yeah, we do have the money for something like that. We're kind of swimming in cash. That unlocks ice weapons. I'll take that. Mind depleted. Warg Riders join us. I tell you what, let's grab them. Grab these guys. We'll wait the turn here. So that'll be a Slaver, 2 Warg Riders, and a Enslaved Javelin Thrower with him. That's actually becoming a pretty good army now. Certainly a usable one. We're just going to wipe these guys out for the mana. I don't really care about this roving army. I'd rather be back in our own territory and get some heals. And then start clearing out some other stuff up here. This feels good. This also gives us room to build a study. And keep cooking. Astromancy thing looks interesting. Yeah, I'm really sad our assistant died on literally the first turn. So I have a question. 2 uncut emeralds. Doesn't do it. Stellar synthesis. Astral prognosis. All right, look, I'm going to put one of these in here because it does give me 3 common ingredients a week. And it gets me closer to unlocking all this other jazz. And this top guy just needs blue. Unfortunately, I don't really have a lot of blue ingredients. I'd have to put in a sapphire. I'd have to use up all these good luck charms. All right. Ain't no way to do it, but to do it, baby. Blues and blues. You might have enough for this. Construction table. That's worth its weight in gold. This early on in the game, especially. All right, and now these guys are ready to actually do some stuff as well. You slow on the path as the air fills with the smell of spoiled meat and blood. You walk until you find the source of the disgust, a large wolf lying ripped apart in the middle of the road. Forcing down the bile, you carefully examine the creature. A collar that says property of Zacharias, menagerie of beasts and oddity. Let's take the collar. 10% more loot. And then we'll check out the Nightwalkers village. I have questions about the Nightwalkers. What kind of undead are attacking? Oh, that's it, hey? Okay. I think what I'll probably do is build over here as well. Construction site, 10% room, cheaper room crafting. Orc warband would give me more orcs. That's an additional hiring slot. And that's an additional hiring slot. Damn, dudes. 2 extra hiring slots would go a long way to having a usable army. These guys really need to heal, but I think we could probably take this guy out first. Grab us some booty. Then we'll head back down. All attacks reduce the target's focus by 2. +1 speed, +5 health. You get 100 health when you become a lycanthrope. Let's see, I kind of feel like I should give you speed. But no, we'll go with health. Doesn't matter who you're playing. Health kind of always goes well. And we'll pick up a bit more loot around the place. Nice. 6 fairy grass. That's huge. A fallen star. This event occurs in regular intervals and yields high quality of stardust. So stardust is our special ingredient. And super, super valuable. I'm going to grab fresh horses. And then I'm going to be out of range again here. God damn. I guess this army should probably come down here and deal with the Nightwalkers. You've got some uncut amber. Let's uncut a citrine as well. This peasant levels up. Swimming, melee damage, willpower, mountaineering. That seems like the choice for you, given everything around here. And then some pumpkins. This will give us the orange we need to be able to harvest everything else. Get those room upgrades. Really, man? You guys... I appreciate that one of my armies is getting decisive victories and the other one is just getting absolutely slapped in every fight, forcing me to do some of these. Yeah, I guess I don't really have much of a, like, front line. You've got wildfire and fireball. What's your range like? You can come all the way down here. You're tier 2 brutes, javelin throwers, and slayers. Slivers. You know what? I'm going to do that with you. Let you get into the thick of it, as it were. Guard. Interesting. He didn't even battle cry. So if that's the case, we'll take those Warg Riders up here. Hi, Moni. This is from the kitty cat here. So these are the only enslaved units, right? Two focus. Two focus. Yeah, I mean, I feel like we might as well do this. You can move here and just start lighting these guys on fire. That way I can cast wildfire on them next turn. If and we won't. I am hesitant to bring these Warg Riders up too far right now. Guard means you don't get flanked. Let's see what they do. Ooh, boy. They got spiced. Hit those guys from behind, and then let's just tear them up. These Warg Riders can come in here on them. Good grief. That is so much damage. All right, I'm gonna have to do this because it's gonna drain all their points. What worries me is that guy's just gonna do that. Yeah, I had a funny feeling. One of them funny feelings. All right, you've got a kill there. Then you've got a nice tasty flank there. That's all we can do. That ain't the end of the world. I'm more concerned about the Warg Riders living than everybody else, so. We'll give you guys quick reflexes. So that is spawning enemies, and it is spawning 8 of them. There is a huge army here. You're going to heal in both these spots. Oh, and the menagerie is down here. And an orc warband. Those are work kennels. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to get all of this at once. Big mine over here and another Allfire node that way. There's a big Allfire node here and here. So that's kind of what I got to start working on. So I think the tower is going to come across this way. I do think setting up a lodge here is good, but if I don't get some more troops, they won't be able to do that because they'll get destroyed. So we'll have to do it a little bit baby step. Keeping us on our toes a little. Yeah. I mean, the hard difficulty is it's tough, right? You come upon a large pile of bones that stinks to the high heavens. Scan the area for potential danger, but soon you find the telltale sign of trolls. We pick up ice weapons and transmutation. We'll research that. Goblin High Muckamucks are available to hire. These guys are great because they come with little goblin brawlers. They come with like free units in battle. Troop quarters built. Sniper tower. Lavish meals. New units start with XP and hiring duration is quicker. I feel like lavish meals is what I want here just for the daily regen. I could pick it up, but not for an easy price. And not currently anyway. Man, I got the money to build a second workshop. Or a second troop quarters. Increases your tower site by 3. Adds snipers shooting enemies in battle. But only to the tower. If I built a second workshop, it would be with trade contracts. So it's just at like 6 gold per day. Versus the troop quarters, which would be able to get an extra tower hiring duration. And extra XP. I think that's good. Let's wait 1 turn though, because this workshop is about to get the bonus for it. And if I was smart, I would also pick up this construction site. Maybe I should actually sweep this way if that's the case. Pick up some bonus wargs for these guys. They can wait in the tower. Sullied villages. It's a lot of damage we're taking here. Motivate, armor, death resistance. I'm actually going to give this guy armor. Heals daily to 100% health. These are the slavers. Let's give that parry master. This unit uses Radiance of the Full Moon. During a full moon, they get 2 focus, 2 armor power, and 2 willpower. That's kind of cool. The focus doesn't really do much for me. Honestly, I think I'm just going to have to get them armor for right now. And let's grab a little extra health on these guys. All right, this is good. We can take a test of courage, and I can set myself up so that these guys sort of come down to help deal with that. Or at least like clear out the groups so that we can set up our base. We'll give you Mountaineer. And we'll have you get those pumpkins. Transmutation available. Oh yeah, we're already working on that. This game looks complex. It's not overly. I would actually say it starts out pretty simple. We are playing on Origins mode instead of like the actual storyline. The storyline introduces everything a bit more step by step. But this is also like, I don't know, my 6th playthrough of the game at this point, so. Takes a while for the second workshop to pay itself off unless you have the materials for the +3 gold. Yeah, I mean, at 90. Yeah, it would cost me 90 for that to work. Which is like 30 turns base. Week of Aeon Air +5 mana per day. Some free stuff. All beast units have +6 under the full moon. Which I think also means this guy's a werewolf. As the full moon rises, Mayabar staggers, his breath quickening, and with a guttural snarl, his body contours, bones stretching, muscles swelling until a towering beast stood where he once was a man. Eyes gleaming with primal power, his claws dig into the earth and lets out a thundering howl. With the awe-inspiring transformation seemingly triggered by the full moon, a single thought shoots through your mind. I'll make good use of this power. Yeah, sick. 185 HP and 36 melee attack. Sweet Jiminy Crickets. These guys have spawned some juicy armies here too. There's magical items right here. And I would heal. There's also an inn here. Inns are really good locations to build apprentice lodges. Because they just give you permanent rep every few turns. Oh, I have enough we can pick up the test of courage here as well. Some women and children have gathered in front of a local tavern. One of the women is talking to a bored-looking man. Please, sir, I know you don't like my Ben at all, but someone has to go looking for him. I don't care much for him. Why should I go looking for that pig? What's this about a local pig? Husband, actually. Yesterday, he and a few others made a bet. They wanted to see which of them was the bravest by taking something from an old ruin. If we come across it, we'll take a look. Is this really all your husband is worth? I'm orcs, yeah. We'll do what we can. Some ruins. Choo, 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 choo. I'd like a spot to heal. All units have a chance to be affected by burning. Well, let's not go there. I'll just wait here for a moment. This enslaved warg is coming in. How much is it to lift off this tower? 45. And the next level of mastery is at 25. We're at 12. All right, I think I'm gonna have to go balanced for right now, and we'll start levitating the tower. Our construction table is built. So now the troop quarters are literally a third cheaper than they used to be. 25% off. And they build way faster. So let's build another troop quarters for now. I've got a bunch of gems. Can I put one in here? No, this has to be like a good jewel. So this is what I would like to do. I'm going to try making 3 emeralds and see what happens if I merge them. If it lets me do that. Livy, you keep losing on Age of Wonders. What's happening? Let me guide you. Let me assist. Here's our study. Chance of souls, proficiency per day, or 10% more loot. Proficiency per day would absolutely rule. But blue is like the thing we are having trouble getting the most of right now. You get magic? Oh my god, I finally have another one of these assistants. Let's bring him up this way and see what he can find. %10 more loot. That's pretty easy to get. +3 research per day is also pretty easy to get, but I feel like... Why don't we just slap in 10% more loot for now? And then at least we got something cooking. Good looking. You're going to cut through these guys, and you're going to have to... try building that right there, I think. There's promise to that. I could sacrifice one of those heat stones for lavish meals. 100% daily regen would be really nice. 200, 218. I heal here, right? I do, yeah. So let's just wait there and heal. Recycle dead enemies and you have no magic. Ah, the key then is recycle less dead enemies. You don't have to recycle all the dead enemies. I always like to, in Age of Wonders, to try and keep 100 gold income and 100 magic income. And I generally don't try to build troops unless I'm over that amount. Which, you know, easier said than done a lot of the time, but... You're gonna fight my little baby warg. 48 HP on an enslaved warg. Yeah, that's pretty much guaranteed he's going to die anyway, so we might as well let them just have it. Pumpkins. Astral. 6 away. So I guess we just keep taking different paths. You've picked up transmutation, gold to mana, mana to gold. Freeze water. I mean, there's no water around, but I'm going to research it because it's quick. These guys got a ton of level ups, including Lodge Domain upgrade on the first level. Man, I'll take that for sure. I'll give you quick reflexes. I'm going to give you... Let's go with some armor. Oh, these wargs lived. Delightful. I'll also give you quick reflexes. Either they lived or we just like enslaved more in the process. 368, 424. I think I'd like these guys to heal just a bit more. Units regenerate 100% daily down here. So you know what? Oh! Circle mages. A great white harp played by a female bard. Ah, Ayana the singer. What an unexpected warm welcome. You must find me more amenable than the others, I assure you. I'm impressed how far you've already come. We might be able to teach each other a thing or two. I thank you for your gracious offer. She's like one of the few circle mages who actually has the potential to be friendly. We are at the circus. I'll pay to watch a show. Search for Zacharias. Oh. I have to give him the collar, I think. Here for the finder's fee? Yeah. Where is the collar? I must have misplaced it. No collar, no reward. Fine. Where is she? Where is my little cub? Unfortunately, your wolf is dead. My poor baby. He kisses the collar and rubs it between his fingers. Then he picks a metal disc out of the workings. Go to 7 Keeps. Ah, we can get to the Thieves Guild now because of this. And we know where 7 Keeps is now because of this. Let's visit the fortune teller. A mouth without laughter, warped to a smile. Careful when getting near. It is filled with guile. I can't actually stand on this location. That's really unfortunate. I should have known. At least the spellbook, the Levitate Tower is ready to cast next turn. So we can start moving westward. Ba, 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 ba. Giant pumpkin patch. You are 1 away from the constellation here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Where is this guy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I gotta assume it's right here. Because that's 8 from there and 6 from there. Triangulate. So, I think I'm going to send these guys up here. I'm going to send these guys here to heal for a moment so they can take on this spawner. I'm going to levitate the tower. I hope. Yes? And then we'll start moving that guy over. Now, with 3 uncut emeralds, unknown jewel upgrade. Your jewel crafting skills are not high enough. How am I meant to fill this? If I don't have a jewel that can fill it with. Because I don't think that uncut diamond is going to work in there either. Unlocks 4 astromancy ingredient slots. Yes, that would be nice. You don't have the combinations I need for this. I'm going to build those lavish meals. Can I cut an uncut jewel? It doesn't seem to be. Oh, here we go. The lowest threshold for any involved essence will determine the quality of the crafted jewel. Uncut, normal, and flawless. The lowest. There, that's how you do it. So you need to have a pure, well, you just need to have like a pure or an equal amount. So I can't make a lot then. I thought tourmaline would go well there. This needs to be any jewel. But obviously, a blue jewel would be best. But unless I have a bunch of 2 blues, I can't do that. So the amber is really the only thing I can craft here. So we might as well just try crafting that. And I'm going to make another astromancy assistant. Let's get like 3 of those guys out. They've got a ton of stuff they could be searching for. I'm glad we're at the edge of the map because there's a lot we can grab. There's another troop quarters. That should be a constellation. Let's go. Thieves might sell us jewels. Yep, yep. What's the new theme of the DLC? Astromancy, I would say primarily. It's got some dark elf stuff in it as well, but it is mostly about looking into the sky, new moon phases, crafting gems, and then putting them into constellations as well. The Conjurer is good at summoning and summons. The Anvil is good at crafting and dowie. Conjurer weaves the unseen threads of magic, a promise of boundless magic, summoned beings, and the art of spellcraft. The Anvil is the symbol of unyielding dwarven craft, the forging of steel in the endless pursuit of ore beneath the earth. I feel like we have a lot of crafting to do, so the Anvil feels like the right choice. Find your first constellation. Ba-da! This guy gets to level up. Yeah, let's give you vision range. Why not? And I'll send you out there to look again. So... man, cool. So they're all like rooms as well. Chance of finding stardust when mining ore. Ooh, adds all to crafting. All dwarf and celestial units get astral mandate. 2 willpower, 2 armor, 3 damage, and 30 health. Wow, these are really expensive though. Fusing both connected stars unlocks crafting duration -2, room crafting duration -2. When fighting dwarfs, +1 glyphs after each battle. All construct units have a chance to revive at the end of battle. Dwarf and Celestial gets bonuses. 10% unit enhancement spellcasting cost. All dwarfs and Celestials get health. Any jewel gets +1 crafting slot. Any ore. Dwarf and Celestial units have speed. I literally just got rid of all my ore because I thought there's no way I'm ever going to need it. Huh. This is the only orange line. This is the only green line. So the citrine's not really much use to me here. Yet. All right, what is good for me? Death Essence. Death in blue or death in orange would be key. Here's an amethyst. I don't really have a lot of like mixed ingredients here. You know what? Why don't we just cut an amethyst for right now? There's freeze water, and we pick up weave dream. Nice. This is the good part of dream weaving. This is when we can start plugging in dreams to people now. So can I change the gems after you put them into a constellation? Yes, you can overwrite gems. So I can put other gems on top of these, but it gets rid of the gem that's plugged in. And like, I will want to do that because, like, for example, I really want this 6 blue. And I'm going to need a lot more to unlock that. So I said these guys are going to come up to the test of courage. High arches and elegant pillars are long overgrown with ferns and moss. You know magic when you feel it. Let's search for the source. You're face to face with a group of men, all with strange glowing eyes and slack faces. They howl with inhuman voices, rushing forward to attack. Behind them is a statue, out of place, entirely untouched by time. If the men are cursed, that's likely the source. I mean, let's destroy the statue. Same moment the cursed men collapse, one of them drops a goblet that rolls away. It would fit quite nicely into the statue's hand. They awaken from their stupor, horrified, as though we were slaves to the statue's will. All it wanted was blood. Well, let's see if there's anything less dangerous to take. Some books. All right, well, at least her husband is home. 256, 282. You guys probably going to be worth fighting. We'll just park our butts here for right now. $444, $368. How do we feel about this? You say that I would lose my drummers in this fight. Could lose my drummers. Let's fight it then. Those drummers are kind of a key unit right now. So they got a lot of goblins. What is this? We got a high muck-a-muck. Brawlers, one set of slavers, javelin throwers, 3 sets of archers, and a drummer with drum heel.
Salraka. Yes. What? Yes.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Salraka.
Okay.
Salraka. Yes. Yes.
Can't quite get in all the way here, can I? This spot appears to be safe.
What? Yes. Salraka. Yes.
You do have icicle cannon, though it's out of range. All right, this is good if they come to me because it means I get hit. I get to fight in the trees, which is just significantly better for us right now. With all those archers. Yeah. Significantly better for us.
Salraka. Yes.
So you can come here, kill him. You can hit those guys. This costs focus, but I'm okay with that. Ravagers and Warg Riders. And then you're a muck-a-muck, a thrower, an archer, and an archer. See, the only thing is if I don't turn you, you're going to get shot a lot. I could certainly move in there and just kill these guys. And then I could run up and shout, roar, all of them. It's just that it leaves me in like a lot of nasty physical realm. I almost want to just kill this guy and then guard. And I think that's probably what I'm going to do. I'm going to move like that. that. Oh, shoot. Well, what's done is done. The Ravagers are anti-cavalry as well, which I did not realize, and they inflict fear. That's all good. That's all good. This is all positive. You definitely have a kill here. You can move up and kill this guy. And then it's pretty much archers across the board. So if I move in here, Drumheal, I didn't realize there's a range of 2. No, that's excellent. So I think what I'll do then is go here. God damn. I'm still used to playing Age of Wonders. I'm not used to the the extra movement point. You're just gonna have to try to kill him. Ooh, nice. Okay. All right, you actually can't reach these guys, but I could roar. You could heal, or you could just hit him with the first aid. Let's just hit him with the first aid.
Yes.
Hit him with fireballs. And then, I mean, if I bolus it, it's going to kill him. I'd love to be able to pick up. I guess we already killed that Muckamuck. So let's kill him. I think what I'll do is I'll just move and defend with you.
Yes.
Not my smartest play. Oh, you're immune. God damn.
Yes.
All right, well, if that's the case, let's just go here and then drum heal.
Yes.
Then you can kill him, and you can kill him. I guess all the orcs must just be immune to slavery, maybe? Or maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it's just because they're not knocked down far enough. Maybe it's just because they weren't knocked down far enough. A Book of Hope. Cleanse ally and +2 focus. You could use that instead of the ritual dagger if you wanted. 10% chance to get souls. Or I could probably put that on you. Yeah, I think I'd rather that on him. Low morale. They need to be broken. Okay. Daily regen. +1 melee damage. +2 focus. Honestly, I kind of just want to give this guy melee. Veil of the Moon, New Moon, or Radiance of the Full Moon. I love that this is the options we have. Willpower, armor, and focus. I mean, this guy goes when he's full moon, right? So why don't I set everybody to be full moon based in this army? And so whenever there's a full moon, they're going to absolutely rip through everything. For each enemy in 1 radiance, you gain Vanguard. Yeah, we'll take that. Search 2 or daily regen. I'll give you Search 2. You're my Warg Riders. This unit and every mortal in its stack heals 9 health after each battle. Yes, I will also take that. And now we have access to Orc Raiders. Slavers. And Javelin Throwers. Oh, excellent. That means we have a much more balanced army. Dude, and if I have the 2 of these hamlets... I gotta do Nightwalkers to unlock this one. But that would give me an extra hiring slot. 3 permanent gold and cheaper construction for this. I don't think I'd ever have to move this guy. If he keeps growing, he could also pick up Warg Riders and Goblins. Well, Warg Riders in 2, Goblins in 3, which I guess he wouldn't get, but... if that's the case, why don't we just move you into the castle? I'm getting further and further away from that. Oh, this is the mysterious smile. This is the, we got the fortune for that. You gonna come up here and dig? Silo, grain silo, destroyed city. Stables, yeah, I really got to get the +1 on him. Make ourselves a big difference. $30. All right, people are getting mad at us. 30 away. Wow, that is way more than I thought. You're obviously going to get attacked here. You might even get killed, to be honest. You are going to struggle to take this. What does he have right now? 2 Warg Riders and a Warg. Why don't we try to get him on extra Slaver? I tell you what, we'll bring him down to this quest. We'll move the Mage Tower. Yeah, this is Uram Gore. This is where all the demons are. So this is an extremely high level area. Camp, a cave with units inside of it, a goblin camp. Let's do the mysterious smile. Enter, but be wary. Let's see if I can remember how this one works. Inside the cave is dimly lit by luminescent stones. You see the rainbow reflection of water rippling in the next cavern. I believe I meant to follow the water. You found a nest of jellies gliding through the air. Behind them, you see a glint of a gold vein. This is not the way I was meant to go. I could just kill those jellies, though, for XP. Why are you maybe going to die in this fight? Why are you going to make me do that? I thought that was going to be an easy XP for me. Oh, at least the jellies are super fast. That's why you're going to die in this fight, because they can come in so quickly, they can almost kill you from the top.
Yes.
Wow. All right. Jelly Creeper deals 29 white damage to each enemy unit within 2 radius around the user. And then these guys all have electro balls.
Yes.
Ooh, buddy. What are you guys weak to? Nothing really.
What? Yes.
Well, I think I'm going to put you here on that flank.
Yes.
I was really hoping I could just kill him.
What?
And then I think I'm just going to move you and throw a bola at this guy. 3 to 4. Are you serious? Gross. Well, I guess he's dead. Oh, unless the game decides to be extremely generous and not kill me.
Yes.
You're gonna kill him. I guess let's go you on him. Didn't do it.
Salraka.
This guy does how much damage? 22? So 44? 22 minus 9. So 13 damage? So only 26. I think I just need to flee with you. And then take whatever I'm going to get given here.
What? Yes.
And then this guy's going to hide over here
Salraka.
so he doesn't die. All right. An unnecessary bit of damage. But it is XP. And somebody's happy about us. Let's explore the other path. A little further along, it opens into a wider cave. Crystals sparkle. Opposite, there's more moss and lush vines that crawl up the wall. Somewhere in the same direction, a light trickle of water comes into the room as a stream. These vines could be sturdy enough to climb. You are surprised to feel there is no wall. There are vines is another passage. Yes, this is what I remember about this one. Let's walk through this way, and we find 5 Lenya. Now, I'm assuming I can just use this, even though it's a catalyst. But it's a great question. We'll rest here, heal 50% XP. Can I use Lenya in crafting? No. Did we get some sick stardust? Blue stardust, though. We did. No. So this adds +2 blue. Oh, okay. So if you're under 3, then it doesn't matter. And interesting, this stardust is different than the other stardust that we found. So that'll be an uncut tourmaline, but if I put it here, it's a pure sapphire. It's a pure 3 sapphire as well. Oh, the amber is like the same thing. All right, well, look, I'm desperate for a blue gem, so let's take that. We got some extra astromancers running around. This feels good. 700 strength. Okay, so if this is Uramgor, this is Rushwater Downs. Coldmark is down here. Gillyshire. Three Lakes. Undiscovered. Allfire, 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 Allfire. I mean, these two are the obvious ones for me to try and take, but Uramgor does not exactly make an easy Allfire. My armies are nowhere near strong enough to take that. Huge 7-point armies of demons. All like mostly tier 3s. Yeah. Hopefully those other guys leave me alone. Nice fairy grass. And 12. Okay. More Stardust. Fallen Star. That reminds me, there was a Fallen Star down here as well. Man, I'm going to try going over this way, but I don't think that's going to work very well. And I think what I'll do with him is I'll try moving over this way and possibly down to this Stardust. You can check this quest. In a narrow street, you hear distressed voices. Villagers stand in a circle crying over someone who's dead. My wife and I closing about the bakery when the military came about. They demanded bread, but we hadn't any left. They started destroying our shop, and then the militia killed them without remorse. We'll let you mourn. Will you make sure the militia is dealt with? Yeah, sure. Why not? You walk the grounds of the militia's barracks. No soldiers are training in combat. Others seeing to the gear's condition. No one enters without permission. The captain is praying. I got a lot of gold. Captain will have her heads if we let you in this way, but there's a window in the back. You find a woman drawing glyphs on the walls in blood. Her other hand clutches a small effigy of Nor. At your entrance, she turns in surprise, and the face grows furious. What? You will not disturb this sacred ritual unscathed. You offered your troops up to house demons. 275. I probably can't win this with this army. But I'm not far off of it. So why don't I just pick up some treasures? I could wait for those slavers. These guys could probably pick up this Allfire node. And then, ooh, if there's dwarves down here, we could also work on the constellation that gives us bonuses for killing dwarves. Extra glyphs per death domain. Dwarfs and Celestials have +1 armor. Honestly, like, I just probably plug death into here and here, which would be nice. Chance of Stardust when finding ore. This is crazy good. Adds 1 element to all crafting. Like, that's insanely powerful. And what's confusing to me is I do actually have ore, because I have sky iron. Oh, no, you know what? It counts as ore, but I think what it actually needs is like the unrefined iron. It's going to be a bit harder to get my hands on. Rubble. We'll try looting some of this stuff. See how she goes. Get rid of these mercs in the meantime. Elven heal root would heal my whole army. So let's do that, and then we'll move in on this Allfire. 325, 431. I am about to lose the full moon, which sucks. But I can't really do much about it. If I want this Allfire node, I actually need to park my tower on it. You know what? Why don't we do this? And that way we heal our army. Give them a little extra movement. I could actually like hop skip over this space as well. I no longer need all this mana. I would like to get dream weaving. It's kind of important to us, but all units get 100% daily regen. Waning moon. $33. 11. It's got to be to the south. Guards from a local militia enter your study dragging a bloody and shackled orc behind them. A thick metal band is clamped around his neck and they push him forward with 2 rods affixed to the collar. The orc is forced to his knees. What is the meaning of this? We caught the so-called gutter in a frenzy, killing a whole village and drawing strange symbols onto the ground with their blood. Magic, no doubt. We thought you're a mage. This is your expertise. What is your name, orc? Galtrak, or the Gutter. My magic has captured your attention. I didn't expect your curiosity. Tell me about your gifts. Blood is the very essence of life. It holds the most potent magic I know of. Taking a life is nourishing. It renders the magic within it accessible for a fleeting moment. I discovered the power recently. I am a hunter first and foremost. He leans forward, dragging the guard forward with each step. I have discovered several ways to harness this magic. I could share more about my craft, assuming you choose to spare my life. You shall join my troop. Welcome, Galtrak. You will not regret this, mage. Blood magic is far superior and oh so exquisite. A village in red. I've taken on a new protege. Galtrak seems driven by nothing but bloodlust and a complete disregard for others' lives. I've yet to determine whether his claims of being a blood mage are true. This my dude? Oh, interesting. I wasn't expecting him to have this crazy helmet and a big sword. He's got a beating heart in one hand. He's got fireball, melee attack. Heals up to 20 damage based on missing health. Gets bonuses when attacking bleeding enemies. Immune to mind control. Oddly enough, though, he doesn't have, like, melee mage. Which I would have thought for sure he would. Sorry. Trying to get you going that way. You guys can clear out this nest. Sick. The only thing better than getting your own wisp is getting an enslaved wisp that you could use. Very valuable. Whirlwind attack, extra trinket slot, extra glyph slot, discharge, and light javelin. 21 white damage to each enemy within 2 radius around the user. That's not bad for him. Or 28 physical damage to each enemy within 1 radius around the user. Whirlwind attack. Discharge is great for fighting undead, but you also do elemental damage. You'd be good at fighting undead. +6 melee damage. Extra trinkets also go like a pretty long way. I feel like I'm probably going to take whirlwind attack here. Because I think as like a lycanthrope, it's going to be better for him. For each unit with slave in their stack, this unit gets +3 damage. Currently, you don't have any slavers in here. I will give you pack tactics, though, because I think a few of you guys have pack tactics. I'll give you armor, because you're currently my frontline unit. Parry. I'm going to give you full moon, so that we go crazy on a full moon. I don't really want this guy attacking in general. I guess giving you new willpower is okay, though. All right, we picked up our first uncut amethyst. That's an emerald if I want it. Probably a good idea. I'm losing mana right now. Oh, I guess because I got another one of these astromancy assistants. Not entirely certain. We have a shrine down here, Ayana. So she's all about white magic. I guess like white magic and physical. She has a bunch of white resistance. White resistance. Yeah, she's all about white magic. This guy feels like a weird choice for her, so. Elemental's not bad for hitting her with. Then again, I will probably try to be friends with her if I can pull that off. A Book of Loss gives you death bolts. +2 death damage. Or +2 focus and cleanse ally. Great question. Because you're also a combat mage, so I don't really want you yeeting things. Let's just give you focus for now. Focus potion, that's going to be nice. We can craft with that. In fact, we could probably do some good tower upgrades soon. You're going to go there. You're going to go there. You're going to go here. 33. That was 30 there and 33 here. Yarbag's Camp. So that's where the guy is that we got to kill. I'm probably dead here. I imagine these guys are all going to come attack me, but 11. We'll try going down this way. We can pick those guys up and just like chill out here. There's not really anything down here for me, so like unless I want to try to get that Allfire, and I just truly think that's suicide at this point in time. Curse. Poises. Choices. Interesting. The orcs and stuff are fighting each other here. Yeah, they're also going to fight me, though. I might live. Yes. Let's go. Awesome. Lots of good rebel there. 15. The constellations are kind of fun. It's an interesting little, like, hot and cold game. Receive reports that Galtrek has killed a group of merchants practicing his blood magic on their corpses. You must stop killing without my permission. How am I supposed to refine my magic? By hoping and praying? I need blood and you know it. Have known it from the moment we met. His large hands land on your desk. If you want control of whom I'm killing, assign me a target. I need blood and lots of it. I'm close. I know it. I can feel it. Each drop makes me stronger. Give me a village. All right. Use Galtrek's world ability to gather sacrificial blood, about 2 villages worth. His world ability. Sacrifice the population of an urban tile, collecting sacrificial blood in the process. Oh, amazing. I could come back here and I could do this a bunch as well. I'm probably going to need to because someone's going to attack that lodge, I think. The tangy smell of blood hangs heavy in the air. As you enter the village, the guards have not exaggerated. Everything is drenched in crimson. It's though the hurricane of blades swept through, slicing and slashing each inhabitant. But the macabre scene only distracts you for a second. A palpable vibrating energy thrums from the runes etched into the blood and dirt. Magic. Beautiful, isn't it? Says Galtrak. You step closer, examining the unknown script. The gathering blood pooling in the sigil gives off a slight glow, beckoning you to touch it. A weak motion to your left distracts your gaze. Somebody has managed to survive. There will be no survivors. The man gurgles as the blade slices through his vocal cords and collapses on the runes. You witness the blood seeping into the grooves, mingling there and taking on the strange glow. The magic stretches its tendrils and grows ever so slightly stronger. Imagine what more blood would feel like. Leaving the village behind you, your thoughts wander back to these glowing sigils. Galtrak has uncovered quite a peculiar way of harnessing magic, and judging by the potency, it's bound to grow far stronger than I expected. I don't get any rewards for that, though? You must be on an urban tile to do it. Do these count as urban tiles? Or do I need to, like, be on a hamlet? Like, there's all these little urban tiles up here that Yarbag has already attacked. I guess if it's sullied, it doesn't count, but the untouched ones probably do. So that means I will have to pull him back there. You're going to need an army. You need more troops still. What's really nice about these guys is they make great forward scouts. You can pick up fresh horses. There's also a bunch of treasure stashes here I can grab with him. Knock out some of these dwarves, get some booty. This is actually a bit of a fight. Cold Mark is pretty tough. 336, 396. How do we feel about this on the auto? Not good enough for me. Mortal beasts. I just got to protect this Allfire node to make sure they don't come in and disrupt this. So I'm actually just going to wait here because I can hold the tower as a defensive location. And you... where are you going to go? You're going to go back and fight these goblins, I guess. 33. He's probably dead. Try to grab all these pumpkins. Tower can move. That's fine. I don't need it to. Constellation is somewhere south, kind of near the other mage tower. 12, 15. Yeah, it's probably like right down here. It's just that there's like a wall of spawners in my way, so I'm having trouble getting there. We'll find it. They're gonna fight me here. But it's a lot easier to fight in the tower because you get this nice location. Now, the only problem is that all these wolves are super fast. Can you get there? You can. All right. So there.
Yes.
There.
Salraka. Yes. Yes.
Obviously, I'm going to get flanked a bit. Maybe. Unless they all decide to come in this way. That's great. Okay, so if this guy flanks me here, like I literally have a melee mage to deal with him. I'm going to roar with you because it's going to break a ton of them. That's a ton more damage than I thought it would be. Oh, that's the dire wolf. That's why. Hit him with the frostbite and kill him. That guy's actually trying to flee. You're enslaved. Oh, I'm going to get a bunch of wolves out of this fight. If I play this right. Oh my god, so many routed units.
Yes. Salraka.
You're all broken. All right, well, I guess we're just gonna kill them all then. Thought maybe the slaver would just like crush them, be able to get every single one of them. I got one puppy dog out of it. One's better than none. And a little tiny bit of Allfire here. Right, and we got this extra slaver now too. Okay, so you're 19? 15, 12, 19. Yeah, so it's definitely right down here. Oh, Shaper Secret. All right, change of plans. We'll be coming round the mountain when she comes. I'm going to park the tower over here. We're going to get this Shaper Secret, clear out this tomb, grab a bunch of this other stuff. There's a lot of good stuff for us to sit on here as well. Yeah, obviously, it does back us into the corner a bit, which isn't the best, but it's pretty minimal. This guy's meant to go into his army. You're just going to wait there for right now. guys are at 396. 368. Damn, dude, these orcs are not messing around. 208. You come across a small camp, just a few tents and wagons, some draft horses. You catch the roasting drifts from the fire. You see a group of people gathered around the cooking board, and they look harmless. I don't need to kill them. May we share your camp? Once a rich lord lived here. It said the son fell in love with another prince, and the father trapped them there. Some say they're still there now, grieving their lost freedom. I figured I was going into a big fight here with another big fight immediately afterwards. Oh my god. I picked up a muck and javelin throwers. This is fantastic. This is a full army for Galtrack right now. Ooh, what are they gonna just jump in here and kill me? All right, we gotta attack them. Otherwise, we might lose that guy that we just got. Totally forgotten about the Spellforce COE. Yeah, they just put out they shadow dropped a DLC out of nowhere, which is so nice. They've added in a new crafting profession with astromancy. They've added in dark elves, and they've added in moon phases. So there's just like more random effects on the world. What do we have? Brawler, 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 drummer, brawler, muck. Oh, okay. So no ranged units. Nice. Burning. Plug this gap. Guard, guard, guard. They get baited in for a 1-1. These guys have to go through the barrels. These guys are all stuck. Who's the guy who's burning right now? This dude is. So if I cast wildfire on him to enemies, now they're all burning. You have an extra attack. I see. Honestly, I think just stick on guard. No, we'll hit him for a bit of extra damage. This guy comes in, then this guy comes in. This guy's going around. The muck comes in. You got a kill here. I just got to be a little bit careful about this because I need to tie down that muck. 22 to 32. That's a definite kill. That's only a maybe kill. All right, maybe kill became a definite kill. You get a flank on them, and you get to kill them. That's okay. We have a bunch more troops coming up here. Losing a couple extra guys is not the end of the world. Carrie, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you? Come on in. We're checking out the new Spellforce DLC today. Surprise Spellforce DLC just shadow dropped this week. It is ever so nice. Ever so nice. Kiri, Dasmish, Kansili, Erlami, Reza, Rix. Losing meat shields. We're losing a couple of meat shields, a couple of warg riders. We're playing as a group of orcs, and we're playing as like astromancer orcs. Some new DLC just came out that allows you to craft gems, do some nice gem cutting, and then stick them in constellations in and around the world, which is really cool. You explore around, you find stars, you stick gems in them, and you get like super buffs across all your units. It's been very, very cool. How are you? What were you playing? A Little Feet Rising. Oh, that's right. You've been checking out the new expansion for that. I hope that's been good. I really like that game. It's very, very fun. A couple of good raid messages, right? Double agents. Come on in. Come on in. We'll get a little vision range on these dweebs and these little puppy dogs. Why don't we give them some daily regeneration? Cute little pups that they are. So I have been struggling to find another constellation over here at 19, 11, and 12. You're up at 30. All these bumblebees keep chasing me to my death. And I don't think they're going to stop anytime soon. So let's keep boogie-woogieing and exploring the world. There is a fallen star over here that I'd really like to pick up. We've picked up another intern manager. So he can come up, he can replace a unit here. And probably like another, honestly, another warg rider would be really nice. So I think I'm going to try to grab another one of them. New update, yes, looking good. Finally finished Act 1 on Brutal. Nice. Oh, that's awesome. I only ever played V Rising in single player, and it was a lot of fun, but at a certain point I was like, wow, this gets really, really hard when you're just on your own. But it was like the combat and everything in that game was so fluid and so smooth. Loved it. We got a little extra crafting space here. Do we have enough to pick up a drill instructor at this point? I think we do. Yeah, we totally do. A pumpkin and 2 flintstones. Or actually, a pumpkin, a flintstone, and a couple of roots. This will make our hiring a lot faster. And we picked up a amber, so we have a cut orange gem now. I could put it here. Or like here. Unit enhancement spellcasting cost. Dwarf or celestial units have +1 armor. The thing is I really want this. I really want a bunch of death essence on this gem. Because additional glyphs after every battle fighting dwarfs would be really valuable. So honestly, I might just hold on to this amber for right now. There's lots of good spots for me to put it eventually, but we're also going to get other stuff as we go on, so there's no rush. Thing I love the best, if I lose, I can blame myself. The combat feels so good. Yes, yeah. Yeah, it's got that sort of like Dark Souls vibe to it where you're like, oh, okay, I made a mistake here. My poor astromancer has died here. Getting greedy, trying to look for stars. How good it is to build all the mechanics. It's a well-done game. Yeah. I think it feels like it's definitely made more for multiplayer, but it still is very, very smooth in the way everything runs. You know what? There might be something up there. Oh, I'm gonna go into Demon Land looking for stars. A good idea this is not. You guys have javelin throwers and a muck-a-muck. You actually need that guy. Because he'll give us bonuses on all those other troops. And this guy loves blood, so... yeah. I'll just bring down the gang. I can't really do anything about this orc warband right now. So I'm gonna try to focus on some of these other places. A simple bridge, you spot something underneath it. A wooden chest, not locked, but nailed shut. Crack it open. A bundle of coins, some rations, a little gold. Unsealed letter falls to the ground. Dearest brother, let's meet tomorrow. I've saved enough money to make us travel to 7 keeps. Don't worry, I'll take care of us. Try not to anger your stepmother too much tonight. I can't bear you getting hurt again. Oh yeah, let's just take that coin. They don't need that money. Now, I'd love to get this battlefield. Can I freeze a river with magic? I can. I'm also going to need to freeze a river if I want to get to that Nightwalker's tomb. So why don't I freeze that right there? And now we have a bit of a way around. Other than the obvious choice of just like flying on a tower. Getting back into Spellforce has been 2 years for me, and I have to play this tutorial again. I think that's understandable. It has random maps now, and you can actually play the story mode in random, which is really nice because it kind of guides you step by step through the different processes. Like, you don't have everything at once. We're playing on an Origins mode map, so I got to choose starting with an Orc army, for example, instead of just starting with the regular Goblin army. But it also gives you everything right off the top. You know, Allfire nodes are unlocked. All the crafting is unlocked. The research, which is all good. Seek a sunken stone in seas of green. Well, I know where that is. Sea of Green. It's in like the mountains, the ice-covered mountains. All right, well, that is great. That'll give us a spell page, I think. Get some Javi throwers here. I guess I'll give them some armor. He's got Warg Riders coming in next, so you know what? You can just chill. I'm going to have you attack these bees. This army is getting very strong. Very, very strong. Which is great. These guys have a lot of armor. Why don't we give them some extra health at this point? This unit protects adjacent allies by increasing their defense in battle. Each ally in one radius gains phalanx. For each enemy in radius, this unit gets Vanguard. Does that make sense to stack both those? I guess it doesn't hurt. Warg Riders will give you Brutal, so you do more willpower damage. And Motivate on Drummers is really good. We finally unlocked Weave Dream. Oh, buddy. That's the good stuff. Awaken the inner eye of your chosen vassal, allowing them to perceive hidden truths and strike with unerring accuracy. Psychic Asylum. You know what? I want to start working on this Psychic Asylum. It's not going to take us that long. And I would love to start weaving dreams. Because dreams are our unique ability for us. Now, these orcs here are obviously coming for my poor little enslaved humans. I mean, my interns. 2019, 18, 20. I don't know where it is, but there's got to be a constellation up here somewhere. The Fire Forge here produces a rare artifact when inside your domain, and there's an Allfire node that would totally take that. That's very good. Holy moly, that's really good. Let's get another astromancy assistant in the meantime. And... oh my god, we finally have a blue sapphire. Ping! All minion and celestial units gain an extra trinket slot. All new units start with 75 XP, because that's 3 blue. Oh man, if I can get 2 more blue. So if I could replace this maybe. Or if I could put maybe like a diamond here. And something a bit more mixed there. Definitely we're putting this in. This completes our first constellation as well. Giving us astral prognosis. Peer into the future and decide next week's blessing. Okay. A diamond in moonshade converts all life to death. The stars hold wisdom beyond mortal reach, but with careful study and precision, the secrets can be unlocked. I should create a sanctuary of cosmic knowledge, a celestial archive. Well, I know we could probably make a diamond without too much difficulty. He says, without it being true in any way, shape, or form. What happens if it's a death ingredient, I wonder? Can I make like a corrupted diamond? Oh, you know what? Also, this requires a cut diamond, not an uncut diamond. That's going to be really hard to make. Ling, hello. Welcome, welcome. Both of these are very high up on things I want list. That needs like 2, 2, and 2. So I need a bunch of 2 blue items to get you. I just don't have the right like mix of ingredients here. Yeah, basically for any of it. I could build another workshop, but it's gonna give us 3 more tower rooms. Extra crafting slot for 60 gold. Take 20 turns to pay off. 10 turns if I put the extra gold thing in it. Not sure I need it. Items in shop can help a lot with crafting. That's actually a very, very good point. We do have an alchemist shop right here. And I have some humans nearby that could go in there. That's a really good point. All right. We'll start trying to figure that out then. In the meantime, what could I produce? Uncut tourmalines? Uncut citrines? Well, at some point, I'm going to be able to start like combining these all together, right? So probably once I have the 3 constellations would be my absolute guess. This guy can also take this Book of Deathbolt. Because frankly, why not? That feels correct for him. He's a blood mage. So he's got 300. Why don't I send him... Oh, right. You need to sacrifice corpses is what you need to do. And then if that Shaper secret is there... Ironically enough, this frozen water is the best place for me to go. Which means I'm going to need to freeze more water. Because I can at least pick up that bridge and the graveyard. I could go there and get the stables. But this tomb is worth quite a lot. I guess it depends on whether or not that tomb disappears when I clear that out, which it might very well do. You can just get daily regeneration. And we'll keep cruising. Why is that tower walking around? It's flying around. We cast some spells to let it fly. 26. My God. Fallen star. Also, there's a magical item here. Thank you very much. Some more pumpkins. $94, $298. All right, let's just kill these guys off. Get some free bees. All of Ayana's troops do white damage, so getting some extra white resistance is something that I feel like could be valuable. And then we gotta fight these dweebs. It's an RV, I get it. Basically, yep. At a certain point, your tower just gets to go wandering around and fixing everybody up. You're meant to land it every now and then, but I really have not been doing that. Brawlers, brutes. They got 2 sets of brutes. What do we have? Slavers, Mayabi, drummer. Tell you what, I'll put those guys there. And then these guys can go here.
Yes.
Give them the flanks. Interesting. Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting.
What? Yes.
Do I just want to sit back and throw
Yes.
shots at them? I actually can't get that close, so...
Yes. Zalraka.
They can't get that close either. This guy can, which is a little bit annoying. I'd have to like move back with this Warg Rider a spot. Alternatively, I could just run behind him and hit him, but I feel like this brute will slaughter me if I do that.
Yes.
You could move more forward and do a whirlwind attack. And there's another brute here. Yeah, if I attack with this this Warg Rider, I'm gonna get punished really bad.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna sit in the back and do this. Put you here and do that. Let you guard. Let them come to me. Nice. You take basically no damage from that. You come in and deal with that. And then that brute comes in there. Excellent. You do less damage than I was hoping, but... 30 or 10. Let's give him the big 30. Oh, you only have 1 attack is why. All right, well. You also only have 2 AP, so I'm just going to have you kill that goblin and get confident. You're going to jump on those guys and start stack bleeding them. You do a lot of damage if I don't leave you alone. Potentially enough to kill me. So now I start running a question. Let's throw a bomb at him. And then I think you almost have enough to kill him. You know what? I'm just going to go on defense. I had a funny feeling it might go like that.
Yes.
And you get that nice tasty flank. You can actually heal this guy. That retaliate has a chance to kill me. Sweet Jiminy Crickets.
Yes.
All right, you're going to go on guard mode then. Can you cast this in, yeah, you can. And then we just flank for that. All right, a little messy, but definitely not OSHA approved on that tower. I think people are just falling and jumping out of that tower all the time. I guess it's got some magic going on. This is a shame to lose these guys at level 9. But at the same time, this wasn't really an enslavement army, so a lucky coin, dudes. That is such a good item. Unit always deals maximum damage. I'll get this guy flanking. This does mean you need another unit. Give you pack tactics. And then probably the extra regen. This is pretty cool. Our units start at level 3 right now. We have enough buffs for them. We've weaved a dream of the war hero. Gain an additional melee weapon slot and an additional armor slot if you win 30 battles. Can I put that in you? No. I could put it on you. But only if I have stuff to unlock your mind. Ha 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 ha. Now I see how it is. Next week, we can do a week of Eland, 5 damage against beast units, or adds all things to crafting. Let's take that. We use a lot of beast units, so... and I'm going to have to put some points back on mana here. Because I'm realizing we're kind of running hurting them out. And I need to be weaving dreams pretty much nonstop. How are we enjoying the DLC so far? It's been pretty good. It's got some interesting bits and pieces to it. I guess this bumblebee can go in here for now. These guys are ready to come out. 327, 302, 368. Tell you what, like, I'm going to move you guys here and then let them off and then move these guys here. Why not? I can't go there because of the frozen water. God dang it, Bobby. God dang it. I guess this spot's actually not bad then. That looks like it covers all these locations, so let's just land here. And we're going to sit in the tower so we can heal. And I kind of feel like we might just throw some javelin throwers in here instead of slavers. It feels maybe better if I try to make them melee focus, so... Elven units seem interesting. They were always pretty cool in Spellforce. Yeah, I'm really curious to see how sort of the Dark Elves work. We haven't encountered them at all yet. I don't know where they are on the map. I think they sort of... My impression is that they maybe fly around the map. So I'm curious to explore that a bit. This guy gets a nice little level up. We'll give him daily regen. 26, 20, 19, 18. All right, well, obviously the constellation is to the south. Where was that Stardust? Is that it? It is. Greed. Just mapping out constellations all over. I'm very curious, like, if I clear out all of these, if I get the constellation, is it going to say, like, you can only track one constellation at a time? 12, 11, 19. Yeah, it's got to be here. Based on all of this, it's got to be down here. Which means I am going to get penalized for trespassing. Yeah, I will tell you, as soon as I can find those Dark Elves, we're going to start slapping them in. 20, yeah. Yeah. There's 3 blood sacrifice for you, and we'll do it again here. We've crafted a fancy emerald. Fusing an item gets +1 crafting slots. I'd put that in there. It's not a bad choice for it. +30 health for all dwarves. Certainly gives me an argument to be making some dwarves. It's amethyst as well. I wonder. No, not without a 4-point. Can I do that? I really need this room for faster crafting. It's really interesting because like most of the other crafting professions, you can really take tier 1 ingredients and bump them up quite easily. But here you have to go through a lot of other steps to pull that off. Which isn't a bad thing by any stretch, but that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for crafting. Yeah, it's pretty hard to get the multi-tier uncut pieces. Orange. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Blah. Blah. Too many things that I want. You know what? We're going to make some basic stuff. Picking up some of these lower things so that we can upgrade gems as we go on. Could recruit Dark Elves right away, but I started in the new region. Yeah, I didn't want to start in the new region. Just because I'm like recording some footage here as well. So My hope is that I can make my way into it. These guys are doing good. We can probably take on this Nightwalker's tomb. Hi, Moni. Little kitty cat visit here as well. Smith Constellation, there was also faster crafting on that yellow line. True. After searching the surrounding area, your band finally reaches the old mausoleum. Covered in vines and moss, there are several shambling silhouettes circling the place like guardians. 225. Let's learn more. You notice a ring of smaller graves around the tomb have been recently disturbed, and the faint glowing image of a woman appears inside the mausoleum. Greetings. You bow low to the ghost. Her mask of rage slowly transforms into the face of an elderly woman with a proud bearing. Have you finally come to rob me as you plundered my guards' graves? Is that what disturbed you? We intend no such thing. No, I don't need to be robbing graves. I'm orc. I robs the living. I see you speak the truth. 1 moon ago, our mortal came here, disturbing our rest and taking what was ours. We followed the thief to a village not far from here, but my servants were fought off. I've since summoned more. This grave transgression must be punished. If I find the culprit, will you teach me this power? Perhaps we can come to an agreement. Make sure the grave robber is punished, and I shall grant you control over the servants I have awakened. Their physical form holds nothing of their true nature. I gotta freeze this water as well. Swap these out. Can I just say I've dealt with the culprit? I don't know. I don't really want undead, so I'm willing to just fight these guys. I can lose the bee. That's not a problem. Wading through heaps of splintered bones and smashed skulls, you leave the broken tomb behind you. Nice. Good location here. Honestly. Our Ravagers hit level 10. Unstoppable. Thrill of the Hunt. Melee kills by this unit apply Thrill of the Hunt. Refills all actions once per turn. Unit has an additional free attack. Agile is really good. Especially in something like a charger. This guy's a follower also. I didn't realize this. I think a bunch of my starting units are followers. Let's give this guy Thrill of the Hunt, because that seems like that's just like a bonus turn for him. Orc Officer. This unit and every ally in its stack gains +4 melee damage. Or heavy charge. +6 damage on its first melee strike after every field moved. Ooh, what did you get? You also got Orc Officer. I'm going to give you Orc Officer, and I'm going to give you heavy charge. This stack just gets better and better every day. You're going to fly down that way. 5270. Man, I am like desperate to find these fights that I can win. Train up some of these guys. Close defeat. He has 2 enslaved units. Slavers. He has drummers is why. And these halberds are anti-cavalry with first strike. All right. I guess I won't then. You gotta be kidding me. Is this Regan Gore? Oh my god. This is the other demon location. We spawned on a hell of a hard map. We definitely cannot go in either of those directions. Well, let's freeze that in the meantime. And then start crafting dreams. Ooh lolly, golly, what a day. All right. this is going to be the last day of this week. So why don't we cut our first video here and tell all the YouTube people to come back to the next one as we continue on this campaign tomorrow. Thanks for joining us. See you soon.